A look at today's defense news. Let's see the highlights. Paras Defense to manufacture critical magnets for India's first indigenous MRI machines. DCX Systems enters into a joint venture agreement with Israel Aerospace Industries. Airspace Industries successfully tests its first defense drone Air Recon Arm 5, strengthens global readiness under strategic partnerships. Caracal opens small arms factory in India to support local production and defense self-reliance. In the global highlights, in a first, British Army uses radio wave weapon to knock out drone swarm. Denmark to spend $614 million on new navy vessels to counter Russia-linked maritime threats. The news in detail. Paras Defence has been selected to manufacture critical magnets for India's first indigenous MRI machines. This initiative is part of a consortium led by SAMEER, that is the Society for Applied Microwave Electronics Engineering and Research, which aims to develop homegrown MRI technology. Paras Defense has co-developed the necessary technology in close collaboration with Inter-University Accelerator Center and international experts, ensuring that the magnet align with global performance standards. Manufacturing will take place at the company's Ambernath facilities, with production scheduled to commence in the next financial year. The company will employ advanced techniques in electromagnetics, cryogenics, and superconducting materials to meet rigorous international benchmarks for imaging quality and efficiency. DCX Systems, a prominent Indian defense manufacturing company specializing in systems integration, cable and wire harness manufacturing, and kitting, has entered into a significant joint venture agreement with Israel Aerospace Industries, ELTA Systems, and its group companies on 21st of April. This collaboration aims to establish a joint venture company in India focused on the design, development, and manufacturing of advanced radar systems, including airborne maritime radar, fire control radar, and other radar technologies for both airborne and land based applications. The shareholding structure of the new JVC will have ELTA Group holding a majority stake of 63%, while DCX Systems will hold the remaining 37%. The initial board of directors will consist of four members, three nominated by ELTA and one by DCX, with plans to expand to five directors after DCX completes its full investment, decreasing DCX representation to two directors. ELTA will nominate the Chief Executive Officer and Chief Financial Officer, subject to board approval, and provide an exclusive technology license to the JV for Make in India projects, excluding government to government and government to commercial contracts. The agreement also covers critical aspects such as capital structure, reserved matters, management, intellectual property rights, call options, and deadlock resolution mechanisms. Mumbai-based Airspace Industries successfully completed field testing of its latest surveillance drone, Air Recon Arm 5. The test marks an important milestone in the company's journey to develop intelligent unmanned systems that can support defense operations both in India and UAE. The drone, developed in collaboration with Airspace Robotics, has been built to operate in tough and often unreachable areas. Think high altitude terrains, remote borders, and sensitive regions where sending human troops can be risky or nearly impossible. It's designed to quietly monitor these zones, gather vital intelligence, and return, all without putting lives in danger. During the recent trial, the Air Recon Arm 5 performed a series of successful maneuvers. It took off and landed vertically without the need for a runway and reached speeds of up to 125 kilometers per hour while in forward flight. It also carried different types of surveillance equipment, proving it can adapt to variety of missions. Its smooth transition between vertical and forward flight showed strong promise for real-world deployment in the field. In a step forward in the bilateral defense cooperation between UAE and India, a new small arms manufacturing facility in Hyderabad was inaugurated on 21st of April. The joint industrial project stems from an agreement between Caracal, a UAE-based small arms manufacturer and part of the Edge Group, and the Indian company ICOM Tele Limited, that is a subsidiary of Mega Engineering and Infrastructure (MAIL). Located within ICOM's integrated engineering facility, the plant is based on a technology transfer from UAE to India, a first in the history of defense relations between the two countries. The global news. British Army successfully tested a radio wave weapon to knock out drone swarms as militaries look for new ways to neutralize what has become one of the biggest threats on the modern battlefield. The Army was able to defeat drone swarms for the first time in the latest trial of the weapon system demonstrator. The weapon, developed by a consortium led by Thales UK, uses high frequency radio waves to fry drone internals, disrupting or damaging critical electronic components and causing the drones to crash or malfunction. Soldiers from 106th Regiment Royal Artillery took down two swarms of drones in a single engagement using the weapon, and more than 100 drones were immobilized across all the trials. The radio frequency directed engineer energy weapon was capable of neutralizing multiple drone targets simultaneously with near instant effect. Radio frequency directed energy weapon systems can defeat airborne targets at ranges of up to 1 kilometer and are effective against targets that can't be jammed using electronic warfare. Denmark will invest $614 million to build and procure 26 Navy vessels for patrols, oil spill response, and undersea cable surveillance. The move comes as Baltic Sea nations remain on high alert following a series of outages affecting power cables, telecom links, and gas pipelines since Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. The NATO alliance has strengthened its surveillance and deterrence in the region with the deployment of frigates, aircrafts, and naval drones. One growing concern is the so-called shadow fleet, the vessels used by Russia to transport oil, weapons, and grains in defiance of international sanctions. In addition to the 26 vessels, Denmark will acquire drones and sonar systems which can monitor and identify unwanted underwater activity. The government said it was aiming for many of the vessels to be built in Denmark, including in cooperation with its NATO allies. That's the news for today. We hope you enjoy the news. Please do subscribe to our channel and do give us your feedback. Thank you.